Welcome to Hiksund Drakon, here be dragons. So, this is an older video that was covered by quite a few channels in the past, but it has since fallen into obscurity. I just can't let that happen. So, today, we are looking at a video by Roger from Mud Fossil University. Roger is the king of pareidolia, and he runs a YouTube channel dedicated to exposing the mud fossils. See, Roger believes that rocks and geological formations are really fossils from ancient living creatures, like giants, dragons, and etc. So today, we are going to take a look at a video where Roger has found the fossil of a giant vagina. Enjoy.
Okay, we're going to get to the heart. Just hold on. We're going to get back to the heart. I told you this is circuitous. That means we got to go through a bunch of different stages here. Now, this is a vagina. I mean, what can I say? It's a vagina. It's a gigantic vagina. And it's in Bulgaria, Romania. One of those. It's a Trajan monument that...
Roger, it's really not nice to call Romania and Bulgaria pussies. Just saying.
They went and worshipped that. And it is literally was from a giant human vagina. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was human. Now, how can I make that absolute assertion? I've had all kind of geologists and people, oh, you do this silly guy talking about foolish, silly things. They carved that. It was just erosion and just water ran off and all that. They ran down all this stuff. No. Those people need to get a little biology lesson. Now, what are we looking at right there? That little tiny line. That is where the blastula sealed up. And you say, well, why is that little tiny line there? Why would that happen? And I say, because all these creatures died in a great flood, which every culture talked about. It swept the entire earth. Now, I don't care what your religion is, or your creed, or your race, or your gender. I don't care about any of that stuff. This is something that happened in history. I don't care. You can laugh, you can do whatever you want. That is an absolute, no question whatsoever. That is from a giant human creature. And you see that step right there? That step is even real. I looked at that and I said, well, they carved that? And I said, well, they must have carved that. Well, no. That's what's in the biology. It's called a vestibule. Now, I'll show you the vestibule shot in a minute, but the reason this is split here is because of these creatures in that saltwater condition. Flesh, they used to preserve tissues with salt to preserve food. It keeps it from decaying. And this is what happened when it was in the salt waters. It leached all of the volatile, explosive chemistry out of the bodies in the salt water. They became waterlogged. That means the tissue became semi-stable in a condition where the salt has leached out all of the organic things that will explode. So what happens after that? After that, it dries out. And when it dries out, the cellular attachments and the fascia specifically, and we're going to go into that next, the fascia is where that seal was on that blastula is what I'm going to call a...
Oh, dear Lord, he's fingering it.
Fascia seal. And this is a fascia seal. And it is a tight seal, but during this process, that is the weak spot. It expanded and cracked right down the center of that female giant's body. That's the abdominal cavity.
I feel like I need to blur this, but it's just a cave. Anyways, more fingering inbound.
This is the vaginal, that's the vaginal, canal, and it has all of this little lines in it and fluting, and I'll show you that too. Now this, I believe, is a natural thing. That's what's called a vestibule. So let's look at the anatomy. And see, that's the vestibule. I think that is natural. It's even got that little lump on it too. And then you have all of this fluting in the vaginal canal. And then, of course, you got the cervix. They call it a fornix. I always thought it was a cervix. But at the top is where the seam runs right up through the body. Now, let's look at another shot. See, that's the layers in the vaginal walls there that are inside the vaginal canal. And they're very obvious. You see them. And I'm going to show you one. This is the thing. The Earth is nothing like we've ever, or anybody could have ever expected. So nobody's to be held accountable for not understanding this. It's just time to stand up and say, well, let's take a look at it.
Hey, people, it's time to stand up and take a look at rock vaginas.
It makes sense. Why turn your eyes away from something that's reality? Because I'm going to show you this in the Earth that'll just blow your mind right out of your head. Because this is well, I'm going to show you. You see that? That's a vagina. And it's all different guys. This is one of the deepest caves in the world.
That's what she said.
That's that vaginal tissue. This is where the seam is. It's a mat that covers it while you're alive. And then after death, that seam erodes away. But this is the fluting of the vaginal canal. This is a gigantic, and I've been, well, haven't been there, but I did a 3D tour of this thing with, you can go in, I didn't go in there, I wasn't anywhere near this thing, but online, I went down, all the way down through it, and you could go to the fallopian tubes and everything. I mean, obviously you can see how pristine and perfectly preserved it is. So, again, the world and the earth and the universe and our history and science and physics and geology and everything, as far as I can determine, has been misunderstood or changed to accommodate somebody's desires that was in control at the time. That's all I can say, because it's not what it's supposed to be. And nothing is being taught, and nothing is being accepted they're not accepting what's real.
Because it's not real. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed it. And be sure to like and subscribe, or else this stone vagina is going to come and get you. Have a great day.